Welcome to Kindred Spirit Readings. Let's begin. Sagittarius, if you're partnered, you have a very strong connection with somebody who owns a cat, but there is something about the two of you where you're both the complete opposite to one another. But together you're really, really strong. There's a lot of strength there. You work on making the money, and you also both work on keeping to your promises of making this really strong connection, that there is this foundation that you've both been building upon, keeping it really strong. I feel that the two of you haven't really spent enough time with one another lately, but as always, you're willing to make it work. You're willing to stick it out. When it comes to your finances, you have security and there is control. I'm picking up on something here to do with hoarding, quite random. I don't know if you've picked up on a bit of a habit lately. Maybe this is you. Perhaps it's not to the extent where it becomes unhealthy. Maybe you're doing certain things that are maybe out of the ordinary, very early stages. What I feel would be really important for you this week is to be setting firm boundaries, protecting what is yours. Don't lose sight of the reason why you started doing something in the first place. Be more frugal. You want to be successful, so you begin to work on building on your wealth, creating a solid foundation. Continue doing what you set out to do in the first place. Don't take the advice of others this week. I feel that you might be on a slippery slope here. If somebody comes in and they feel that, they know, they think they know what you should be doing, deciding almost looks to me as though they're deciding for you. Of course, nobody can do that. You decide for yourself what is right for you, what's best for you. But it comes across that way. It's people thinking that they can step in and take over, and you don't know what you're talking about. You should do things this way, a certain way. If you're, what this sort of shows me is what you're doing in your current life people see that this is a bad way to go, bad road, I don't know, for you. And maybe this is to do with the long term. Maybe you've taken on a responsibility and not everybody agrees with you. So be it. You yourself know what's going to work and what is not. I see there is a sense of achievement for you, Sagittarius. You have security. As I said before, there is stability when it comes to your money, not the advice of others. Again, that would lead to you being completely out of control. If you do take any advice that is not your own. You have been saving money. You're doing very well with your money. That you've been doing this for a really long time, and then you've just gotten so used to doing things a certain way. I get a mixed messages here. If it's your money, you worked really hard for something. You worked hard to keep your money to yourself at the same time. Thank you, Sagittarius.